Welcome back to Bryner Tech. Today we have something very exciting. We have the arrival of the flagship killer, the Oneplus 12. Most unboxings in 2024 are very lackluster. Just the phone and maybe a cable, and that's about it. But not here. Oneplus is still giving you a proper box with proper accessories, such as the charger in the box. That's why this case is so big. Or should I say box. What makes this phone a flagship killer is the killer specs for the not so expensive price. Here we have the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, the latest flagship here in 2024, with 16 gigs of RAM, more than the Galaxy S24 Ultra. And this is also the 512 gigabyte storage. So you're saving about $500 compared to the Galaxy S24 Ultra. This phone comes in about $799 as equipped and $699 if you get the 256 with the 12 gigs of RAM. Enough about the specs. Let's open it up. And we'll talk a little bit more about the display and everything else once we get a little into it. Never settle. Now, just a side note, I have been a diehard Samsung Galaxy user and fan for probably the past 9 years. And this is my first OnePlus device, and it will be my daily driver because this phone has checked off every single box that I've been wanting other phone manufacturers to accomplish for a very long time. So never settle. Let's open this up and see what we get. So here in North America, we do not get a case, but we do get this little adapter. Just regular pamphlet and stuff, a little thank you note, quick start guide, safety guide, some troll stickers, love to see it, and a membership card. Now, I've never had one of these, but I see other people have them. I have to see what it's all about. Red cable club and a little SIM ejection tool. Here is the phone itself, which does actually come with a pre-applied plastic screen protector, which I love to see. We're just going to set that to the side for a little bit and see what else is in the box. Now, this is what is very different compared to other flagships on the market today. There is a proper equipped fast charging brick in the box. Yes, the other phone manufacturers will give you a cable, but definitely not the brick in the box. Now, this is a pretty hefty brick, but in North America, we actually are limited to, see if it'll focus, 80 watts of their SupervooC proprietary charging. And in global markets, it is 100 watts. Now, luckily, this is still ridiculously fast charging, faster than anything else on the market. And in comparison to the 100-watt charger, it's about only give or take 5 minutes, so I'm not too worried about it. This is light years faster than even my previous Galaxy S22 Ultra, which is also limited to the 45 watts, which is the exact same as the newest Galaxy S24 Ultra. Then here we have the iconic red cable, just like that membership card states, the red cable club. Very nice premium cable. My only complaint would maybe be that it's USB-A to USB Type-C. Most things nowadays are USB-C to USB-C, but other than that, very high quality cable. And I've never had another phone device come with an actual, almost looking like a limited edition cable, which is pretty cool. Now we are back to the device. Now, this is the first time I've seen this device in person. I mean, besides, I guess, seeing it in Best Buy, but I'm pretty excited to experience this with you guys as well. So I went with the Silky black colorway. Sadly, there's only 2 colors available, at least here in the United States, and that is Silky black and the emerald green. My previous Galaxy phone was kind of like greenish, bluish color, and I don't know, I got tired of it after a while. I kind of wanted something a little more subtle, and I do believe this was the right choice. This Silky black really well describes this phone. It is very, almost like silk-like in your hands. It's almost harder, it's really hard to describe. Very similar to like a Pixel 8. Pixel 8 Pro, I should say. But maybe even slightly better. I know a lot of people aren't a huge fan of this huge camera module, but I kind of am. It looks like a fancy watch-like face, and that's where they said that they got their inspiration from. I'm actually all for it. I think it looks very unique, different than everything else on the market. And I don't know, I'm just a fan. It's different, and it's different in a good way, in my opinion. If you look at the front, this is a 6.82-inch AMOLED panel. They call it a Pro XDR display. It's 120 hertz refresh rate with a peak brightness of 4,500 nits, which is just ludicrous. It's insane. Now, the only way to achieve that apparently is you have to have auto brightness turned on, direct sunlight, and HDR, and then you may get that. Now, from everything that I've heard, I'll just power it up as well. Everything that I've heard about this phone, if it even has any juice, okay, there it goes, is that it basically has a max manual brightness of 1600 nits, which is about the same as my previous phone, but in direct sunlight, it will get even brighter. So we'll have to see how it compares, but first impressions, as well as everything I've heard online, are very, very high. So let me start getting this set up, and I can start just wrapping up this video because this was just supposed to be a quick unboxing. We'll have to wait until the full review. But just to talk more about this phone, I'm hearing a lot of great things about it because it's basically a flagship killer. The price is insane compared to everything else on the market. You're actually getting the best value in any flagship, in my opinion, especially because you're getting a proper box with a proper charger. Basically checks off all the boxes. You get premium flagship specs, along with what I hear very, very high quality cameras, way better than they've had in the past years. Ever since the Oneplus Open, they have really stepped up their game and go toe-to-toe with the Pixel 8 Pro as well as the Galaxy S24 Ultra. There's so much more to talk about this phone. It has a huge 5400 milliamp hour battery, also bigger than the S24 Ultra. This is probably its main competitor, even though it's way cheaper. And the charging is just insane. I know I mentioned that before. This also happens to have supposedly the biggest vapor chamber cooler on any regular smartphone, so non-gaming phone, but maybe it's even bigger than some of the gaming phones. I'm not too sure. So let me know in the comments anything you want to know about this phone, especially for the full review. I'm just really, really stoked to kind of have something different from my traditional Samsung Galaxy. Let me know if you have any questions, comments, and thank you so much for watching, and thank you for checking out my channel, Bryner Tech. I'll see you on the next one. Thank you.